Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. As some of you may know, I've got some halo lights on my headlights of the 300ZX. Unfortunately, something's gone wrong. So now is the perfect time to show you how to take the light apart and how to make, well, put a halo light in. Alright, so as you can see, this is the casing of the LED, and that is the LED ring. This indicates as well as a side light, and for some reason it's just come off. The glue must have separated, and well, one of those things I guess. So I'm going to show you how to take this off and how to get it how I've done it. These are imported from Japan, I do believe, the halo rings, which I think I paid £18 for the two. Good deal, to be honest. They're really good quality. So yeah, let's get on to taking this off. So first you want to take off the rubber. It might be a bit stiff depending on how tight everything is. This is not too bad. Bit hard to do one-handed, but we're getting there. Ta-da! First bit done. Okay. So second, you've got to take these this casing off. There's two screws there. There's a screw there, screw back there, two screws here, and then on the front there's two screws down there. Once that's done, I'll show you on to the next bit. Alright, so now all the sides are off. It's time to take these metal parts off. Now some will come off really easily, like that one did, but some will be a bit tougher. These shouldn't be too hard because obviously I've had them off. The bottom ones seem to be a lot harder than the top. Just remember, this is glass, and glass is prone for smashing or whatnot. If you can't get these off, just get a screwdriver under the and just prise it very carefully. Let me get the camera on it and just, you know, try and do it from the bottom up. I can't do it one-handed, but you get the idea. Just make sure obviously you don't crack the glass. This one's coming off quite easy now. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, but yeah, you get the idea. Once all them are off, I'll show you the next part. Once them are off, you're going to need a heat gun. Going to heat up the sides of the light, and this glue doesn't need to be as hot as the rear lights on a 300ZX. This glue is slightly different, however it does need to be quite hot. I have cracked glass before doing this, so just be wary, it can be cracked. So yeah, that's all there is to it really. Just take it apart, prise it from this top, make sure the sides are really hot and the bottom, so when that comes up, it all comes up. Alright, so once the glass is off, you're left with this. Now, normally this is like a grey, so all you have to do to make it black, whatever colour you want, there's two screws here and here. The glue might be covering one or two of them, so just be wary, you have to cut through the glue. And then, yeah, I just painted it like a glossy black, and that's what it come out like. I really like it. Now I'm going to be sticking this back on. I haven't left too much residue. There we go, get rid of that. I'll be sticking this back on here. I just can't believe it's come off, to be honest. It's my fault, I didn't do it good enough, so it's my bad. You learn from your mistakes. Luckily everything still works. So yeah, that's where we are at the minute. Alright, so I've glued everything back on. Seems very secure now. I've used a hot glue gun to do it with. I would have used Gorilla Glue usually, but the problem with Gorilla Glue is it leaves residue everywhere, and if you have a tiny bit on your finger and you touch something, it turns out white. It makes a really big mess. So yeah, that is how you do it, to be honest. It's really simple compared to some of the other mods you can do with this car. This time I haven't had to take this off, but to paint this I didn't even have to sand it, I didn't even prime it or anything, just paint it straight onto it and it stays on really well. I'll show you these working once it's back on the car. Very well, it's quite simple really. Yellow is indicator, black is earth, red is power, and I'll show you how I've wired it all up as well. Right, so I've got the gloss back on and the clips. Make sure you do heat up around it again to make sure it's got a nice seal. Don't want any water getting in, as you could get very upset very quickly. So these only go one way, so if you can't remember which way they go, just line them up, whichever fits it goes there. You can't get it wrong, to be honest. I'll show you what it's like with the car back on. The refitting is the exact same as taking it apart really, it's the exact same, so you can't really go wrong, or I hope you don't go wrong. Right, here's just a quick tip. Before you put the rubber on, put these three on, but don't tighten them up. So then when rubber's there, when you put the rubber on, it'll go round really nicely. Once again, it's really hard to do one-handed. It'll slide in, no issues, and then you can tighten it up and it'll stick in there. Make sure you get it in the grooves. There's like a lip on the rubber. It should just slide in. There. You only have to do them three, because then that one's going to go over it, so it doesn't really make a difference. So once it's all in and you're quite happy with it, you can tighten them up and it'll lock it in place, so you're not messing about later on. Right, so I've put the light back on the car. The other one is also on. So what I've done is I've wired it up to the indicator. I've just left everything out so you can see what I've done. I've just done that for now. This will be going on the actual thing now, the actual wires I mean. So the reason I've done it to this fuse is because on the fuse box, this is, it won't, no you can't really see, engine control. So I wanted it as like a daytime running light instead of a side light, because I've already got side lights. And the earth is just on that little screw there. I've got HIDs, hence all the wires. So I'll show you what it's like with the engine on, indicators, etc. Alright, so this is with the ignition on, as you can tell. Quite nice. As to the car, it really does. I'll show you what it's like with the indicator. So this is with the indicator on. Oh, you can't hardly tell because it's bright outside, but yeah, it's definitely flashing while the other one stays on. This is obviously with the hazards on. So like I said, that is with the ignition on. If I turn the ignition off, they will go off. They're not done to the side lights at all. So yeah guys, that is how you put halo lights in your 300ZX, or any light really. Yeah, that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to leave a like. You can subscribe for more videos. Plenty more to come. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it guys. I certainly have made, well, I've enjoyed making it, so thanks again, and I'll see you all later.